Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today I'm bringing you another conquest guide. This time it's for the Thrill / Superhuman, and in order to do this conquest you need to clear a Greater Rift level 45 solo without any set items equipped. So the main thing to know about this one is that you can't be wearing a green item at all. So in the past it used to be that you could have one green item as long as you weren't actually completing a set bonus. Then you could have green items on, so you could like take off your whole GOD set, but like leave the shoulders, and then you would do the GR45 and you'd be good. But now you literally cannot have a single green item. Doesn't matter if you're not completing any bonuses, so you have to go all legendaries. And this was kind of a precursor to when they were thinking about doing something like Legacy and Nightmares. They wanted to kind of see what our player power was like. So this is the reason why now this conquest kind of brought us that gem, or that ring set originally, and then the actual gem from that Legacy of Nightmares season. So in any case, you can see here I've just put together now a little setup. Previously I had GOD stuff. This is just going to be a GOD setup to showcase doing a GR45 no set, and it's going to be insanely easy. GR45 is kind of like a comparative difficulty to a Torment 10 Rift, Torment 10 difficulty. So like once you have basically a Legacy of Dreams gem and level it up to like 25 or so, then you have some ancient items, you're going to be breezing through this. But really the key is to get multipliers. So for whatever class that you're playing, try to get a bunch of multipliers that would help one skill, and then that's what you should work forward. And then that's what you should work off of. So for instance here, I'm going generators because I just took off all the GOD stuff, but I'll still keep my Hungering Arrow. So I'm going to go Hunter's Wrath. I got Depth Diggers. There's even some synergy here because I won't go down on Hatred, so then I've got like an Achille Cuirass. I'll be using a generator, so I've got Raps of Clarity, all stuff like that. And then in the cube we've got the Series Satchel that also buffs up our Hungering Arrow. So we're basically just going to go through the Rift and do this, shoot arrows at stuff, and it should work out just fine. Again, it's GR45, so that's like so nothing. It's so easy. So that's my basic, tip, trick, command to you, is to take your character, get multipliers. So you could also do this, for instance, as a multi-shot variant if you had the Yang's Recurve, Dead Man's Legacy. If you're on a Crusader, you could do this with, the Guard of Johanna, the Shield for Blessed Hammer, the Johanna's Flail, I think it's called Johanna's Argument. Stuff like that. You just want a bunch of synergy around one skill that gives you some multipliers. And then again, with the power of the Legacy of Dreams, it trivializes this conquest. It's so easy these days. So we'll just go ahead and breeze through this. I mean, again, I am on an insanely powerful character, so it's going to be pretty ridiculous. But one thing to also keep in mind is in the video description, I will put a link to a clear that I did early in a previous season, to kind of show you what it looks like when you're at that low level of gear, when you don't have much going for you. This is actually a really slow version of this build too. I realized I didn't take like Vault or anything like that. I just kind of had my GOD pushing set up, which is more of a slow and steady version. Oops, forgot to keep my Vengeance going. So yeah, this it'll be as slow as the Rift is basically, and as slow as our build is. But again, the whole idea here too is to recall that you do have 15 minutes, so you don't need to blaze a path and be done in 5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever. You just get it done as slowly as you need to, just within that confines of the 15 minutes. Don't forget to also juice up your follower too. The main things you want on your follower is a follower can't die token so that they stay alive, and then the Oculus Ring so that you get that bonus multiplier for your damage. A Nemesis Bracers so that when you touch these pylons, they'll spawn elites for you. That always helps speed things up. And then a Flavor of Time so that when you do touch those pylons, you get double the effect. So we're going to be under the speed pylon for 2 minutes. And that honestly might take us right to the end of this Greater Rift. So again, this part, you don't even really need to see the exhibition because, like I mentioned, doing this is simple enough. For your class, just get those multipliers, like I said, and that'll more than take care of itself. You don't even need to get the Legacy of Dreams, but it just further helps solidify getting the conquest done nice and easily. If only every GR was like this, just waltz through the park. walk along, take our follower for a walk, basically. Feels nice, huh? Yeah, this one's almost done here. If you have any questions or suggestions, tips, tricks, things that you've thought about when you did your GR45 with no set, definitely feel free to drop them in the comments. If you have any questions or you want suggestions for builds or classes, I will definitely be willing to answer those, so definitely hop in the comments, let me know. But that's it. Now, it took us 2 minutes. Again, this character is ridiculous, super powered, crazy primals, all that good stuff, but it's so easy to do also at the beginning of a season 2 once you have those items. The biggest part is going to be chasing down the items, but particularly in season 24, which is, I'm making this ahead of season 24, but you know, these videos are kind of evergreen for whenever the conquest is part of the season. But for season 24 in particular, ethereals will super boost your damage too. So, you know, that's all we got here for today. Nice quick one. Definitely hit the comments, let me know anything you want to know about Conquest. If you want to see other videos on other Conquests, I've done a few now for the channel. Appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And I will catch you in the next video. Adios for now.